Welcome back, warriors. Today is not just another ordinary day in front of a screen. Today is the day you make a choice to transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. Because what you are about to hear is not just motivation, it is a wake-up call that cuts straight to the core. Nothing in your life will happen simply because you think about it. Nothing will change just because you wish it would. You have to make a move, at least once, at least today. You may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not be the most beautiful, the wealthiest, the fastest, or the most talented. But if you are disciplined, nobody can stop you. Because discipline beats talent every single time. Discipline builds habits. Discipline creates warriors. And warriors win the battle even when they are exhausted, terrified, and completely broken inside. So today, we are going deep. Today, you are going to learn 20 life-changing lessons about self-discipline. While this video pushes you to build that discipline, it will also sharpen your English through new vocabulary, better sentence structure, and stronger listening skills, all in one powerful experience. Principle 1. Self-discipline means keeping the promises you made to yourself. It is not about being perfect. It is not about being strong every hour of every day. It is about being completely honest with yourself. If you say you will wake up at 6 in the morning, then you wake up, not because it is easy, but because you gave yourself your word. Even if it is your birthday, even if rain is pouring outside, even if every part of you wants to stay in bed. Discipline means you feel the discomfort and you do it anyway. Picture this. You have a goal to exercise every morning. One day, the alarm goes off, and it is dark, cold, and you are half asleep. You think to yourself, maybe just today I can skip it. But then, something inside you speaks up. It says, no. I made a promise to myself, and I am not going to let myself down. And you rise. That tiny moment where you fight against your own weakness is exactly where your future is being created. Cristiano Ronaldo was once asked whether he ever feels like skipping training. He said yes, but he fights that feeling. And that, he explained, is the line between a champion and someone who only ever dreams. Lesson 2. Focus on what you can do right now. Most people lose their discipline because their minds are trapped in two places. The first is the past. What went wrong, who hurt them, and how many times they have failed. The second is the future. What if it does not work? What if they fail again? What if others laugh at them? But real discipline lives in the present. Right now, in this very second, in this exact moment, what can you do right now to become even slightly better? Can you get up and take a walk? Can you open a book? Can you stop scrolling through your phone? Then do it. A student who failed in math last year carries that memory in his mind. He tells himself he is bad at the subject and will never learn it. But what he is ignoring is that he can study one chapter today. He can ask his teacher one single question today. Discipline is not about doing everything at once. It is about doing something meaningful right now. And when you repeat that action every day without fail, your entire life begins to shift in a new direction. Lesson 3. The pain of discipline is far better than the pain of regret. Here is a truth that most people spend their whole lives ignoring. Both paths come with pain, but only one of those pains leads somewhere worth going. You can feel the pain of waking up early, or you can feel the pain of failure down the road. You can feel the pain of working out or the pain of being unhealthy and worn out for the rest of your life. You can feel the pain of saying no to distractions or the pain of looking back and realizing you wasted your precious time. Think about this. You stay up late watching something on your screen. You sleep past midnight. You wake up behind schedule. You miss your morning goal. You spend the day feeling heavy, tired, and guilty. And then what do you say to yourself? You say you wish you had slept earlier. That is regret. And regret hurts far more than discipline ever could. But imagine a different version of that same night. You turn off the screen, you sleep early, You wake up refreshed, you complete your workout, you reach your goal, you feel proud of yourself. That is discipline, and that sense of pride and self-respect that comes with it, it is truly priceless. 4. Learn to say no, even when it feels uncomfortable. Discipline is not only about what you begin doing, it is equally about what you stop doing. And most people stumble at discipline because they have never learned to say this one small but powerful word: no. You must understand this clearly. Saying no is not being rude. Saying no is self-respect. It is self-protection. It is telling the world that you respect your time, your energy, and your goals. When your friends call you out to a random gathering that adds nothing to your future, say no. When someone offers you gossip instead of growth, say no. When your phone demands your attention but your goals demand your effort, say no. Every time you say yes to something that does not matter, you are saying no to something that does. People may not like it. They may say you have, because you are in the process of building something they cannot yet imagine. Let this settle deep within you. If you never learn to say no to distractions, you are automatically saying yes to a life you do not want. Powerful P. People are not powerful because they do everything. They are powerful because they choose to do the right things. Discipline is not about doing more. It is about doing what truly matters and letting go of everything that does not. So from today, wear your no with pride. No guilt. No apology. Because your dream is not something to be taken lightly, and your time is worth everything. 5. Do not announce your plans to everyone. Let your success do the talking. We live in a world where people feel the urge to share everything instantly. You set a goal, and the first thing that follows is posting it, announcing it, and talking about it everywhere. But discipline does not need an audience. Discipline needs silence. You do not need to tell the world you are going to start waking up at 5 in the morning. Just wake up. Let your results speak for you. You do not need to announce to your friends that you have decided to become more focused. Just focus. Let your growth be louder than your words. Here is the reason why. Speaking too much about your goals gives your brain a false sense of achievement. You feel satisfied just from saying it, so you stop doing it. But real discipline is different. It is quiet. It is deeply personal. It is something sacred. Think of a tree as its roots grow deep into the earth. From the outside, you cannot see anything happening, but beneath the surface, something extraordinary is taking place. That is your discipline at work. When you grow in silence, you are not distracted by applause. You are not concerned about what others think. You are completely free to fail, to learn, and to rise. And when your results finally become visible, people will ask how you did it, and you will simply smile because only you know the silent war you fought. So remember this: be loyal to your goal, not to the approval of others. Stop talking and start working. Let your acts be the thing that surprises the world. 6. Be innocent in your work and fall in love with the process. Most people fail because they are too obsessed with the reward. They want the money, the recognition, the body, the respect. And when it does not arrive quickly, they give up. But discipline is not about chasing outcomes. It is about falling completely in love with the process itself, like a child who plays not to win, but simply for the joy of it. Be innocent in your effort. Do not worry about who is watching. Do not worry about whether the progress seems slow. Just give your best every single day. When you clean your space, clean it like it is a temple. When you study, study like each piece of knowledge is gold. When you work, work like it is your greatest form of art. Stop always looking for the reward, because the process itself is the reward. You do not need to impress anyone. You do not need to compete with anyone. You simply need to show up fully, honestly, and consistently. That is what discipline truly looks like. Doing the right thing with a whole heart even when no one is there to see it. And slowly, something magical begins to unfold. You do not just change your results, you change who you are. Because when you fall in love with the process, you no longer need motivation to keep going. You simply become unstoppable. 7. 1% motivation, 99% discipline. Most people sit around waiting for motivation. They say they will start working when they feel inspired. They will hit the gym when they are in the right mood. They will study when the feeling comes. But the truth is brutal and clear. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Motivation is a spark. It flares up quickly and dies out just as fast. But discipline? That is a fire you build with your own two hands. If you rely on motivation, you might be productive for 2 days. If you build discipline, you will be productive for life. Ask any champion, ask any legend, ask any true master of their craft. They will all tell you the same thing. Most days they did not feel like doing it, but they did it anyway. Discipline is showing up without the right mood. Discipline is taking action without waiting for a feeling to push you. Discipline is saying, I do not care how I feel. I care about what I promised myself. Let this land in your mind. You do not brush your teeth only when you feel motivated. You do not go to work only when you feel like it. You do it because it is necessary. Now treat your dreams with that exact same seriousness. Motivation is useful for getting started, but discipline is what crosses the finish line. 8. Learn something new every single day. Discipline is not only about habits and schedules. It is about growing your mind. It is about becoming a slightly better version of yourself than you were the day before. If you are doing the same things every day, thinking the same thoughts, and living the same routine without any growth, you are not being disciplined. You are simply existing. True discipline is the decision to evolve every single day. Make a commitment. Learn one new thing each day. It can be something small, a new word, a new idea, a fresh perspective. But it must be new, and it must be daily. Because learning keeps your inner fire alive. It keeps your mind sharp. It keeps that hunger inside you burning bright. You do not need a prestigious degree to grow. You need curiosity. You need hunger. You need consistency. Ask yourself every single night, what did I learn today? And if the answer is nothing, wake up tomorrow and change that. Growth does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet. Sometimes it is slow. But when you keep learning day after day, you are constructing a life that no one can take from you. Because edge is freedom, and discipline is the key that opens that door. 9. Make decisions based on your future self, not your current mood. Discipline collapses the moment we start making choices based on how we feel right now, rather than who we are working to become. Say this slowly to yourself. Do not make decisions based on your emotions. Make them based on your future. Your current self might want comfort, more sleep, junk food, wasted hours. But your future self, that version of you who is successful, respected, fulfilled, and genuinely happy, that version wants effort, discomfort, growth, and consistency. So every time you face a choice, ask yourself this powerful question: will this decision help the future version of me? Because that is what discipline truly is. It is choosing your future self over your present comfort. It is saying, yes, I am tired, but I will still push forward. It is saying, yes, this is hard, but I will not walk away. It is saying, I may not see the result today, but I am building something meaningful. The truth is this: every small decision is one more brick in the house of your future. Each time you act with discipline, you are writing the story of your life, not with words, but with choices. People who succeed do not always feel powerful or full of energy. They simply train their minds to listen to the future rather than the feeling. So from today, stop asking yourself whether you feel like it. Start asking whether your future self deserves it. Then act like the person you are becoming. 10. Protect your mornings and own the very first hour of your day. The way you begin your day is the way you shape your entire life. Discipline does not start at 10 in the morning. It does not begin after lunch. It begins the moment you open your eyes. If you command your morning, you will command your life. But if your morning commands you, you will always be one step behind. You wake up, you reach for your phone, you lose. You hit snooze 3 times. You lose, you stumble into the day feeling rushed and scattered. You lose. The first hour of your day is the most powerful hour your mind has. It is like freshly poured cement. Whatever you imprint on it stays with you for the rest of the day. So make sure you imprint something powerful. Rise like a warrior. Wake up and remind yourself of what you are fighting for. Do not wait for the world to light your fire. Light it yourself. Read something meaningful. Move your body. Map out your day. Speak your goals out loud. Even if you can only spare 15 minutes, treat that time as sacred. Because if you do not claim your morning, the world will claim your entire day. And if the world owns your day, you will always be living by accident rather than by design. Disciplined people do not just rise early. They rise with intention. They know that mornings are not simply for starting. They are for becoming. So guard your mornings the way a lion guards its young. Do not let your phone, the noise of the world, or your own laziness steal that first hour. Make that time completely yours, and over time, you will make your entire life yours. 11. Do not wait for perfect. Discipline begins with exactly what you have right now. One of the greatest lies that holds people back is the belief that they will start once everything is ready. But nothing will ever be perfectly ready. You will never feel 100% prepared. You will never have every resource, every ounce of confidence, or every spare moment lined up in a row. Winners do not wait for perfect conditions. They start with broken tools. They start when things are messy. They start with fear in their chest and doubt in their mind. But they start. Discipline is not about having the perfect plan. It is about doing what you can, wit. H. What do you have exactly where you are right now? You have 10 minutes? Use them. You have an old book? Read it. You have a body? Move it. You have pain? Turn it into your power. Because here's the truth. You do not need a perfect beginning. You just need a strong heart. Think of every person you truly admire. They did not wait. They built their future one imperfect brick at a time. Do not let your excuses become louder than your dreams. Do not say you will do it later, because later has a habit of becoming never. Say instead, I will do what I can right now. That is discipline. Not perfection, but persistent action even when the world around you is far from ideal. And trust this completely. When you build something starting from very little, your success becomes all the more extraordinary. 12. Set personal rules for yourself and follow them the way you would follow a law. Discipline becomes far more manageable when you have clear boundaries to live by. The problem is that most people move through life without any real rules. They simply react to whatever happens around them. They do not direct their own lives. Here is the key. Write your own rules, put them on paper, respect them fully, and honor them as though they cannot be broken. Set a rule that you will not eat after 9 at night. Set a rule that you will not open social media until your work is complete. Set a rule that you will write your goals down every night before sleeping. Set a rule that you will not close your eyes until you have completed your task for the day. Now here is the powerful part. These rules are not meant for the world. They are entirely for you. And each time you keep them, you are building something extraordinarily important. Self-trust. Every time you honor your own rules, your mind quietly says, I trust you now. You mean what you say. And that trust grows into confidence. That confide. Nunce grows into momentum, and that momentum transforms into real lasting power. But when you break your own rules, that trust erodes, your mind stops believing that you mean what you say. So do not just write goals. Write rules. Live inside them. Discipline becomes stronger when it is anchored to your own personal system. You do not need 100 rules. Even 5 powerful ones can change the entire direction of your life. Because discipline is not just about what you do. It is about alignment. It is about making your actions match the vision you carry inside you. 13. Replace the words "I cannot" with the words "I must." Let us be completely honest. Most people are prisoners of their own language. They say they cannot wake up early. They cannot stop scrolling. They cannot focus. And then they live out every one of those words as if they were permanent facts. But here is what shifts everything. Replace "I cannot" with "I must." I must wake up early. I must take control of my mind. I must change the direction of my life. Not because it is easy, not because it feels good, but because my future demands it. I cannot is an excuse. I must is a command. Let this settle into you deeply. Your mind listens to your words more closely than it listens to anything else. So when you say "I must," your brain prepares itself for action. Your body stands up. Your spirit comes alive. Begin speaking to yourself the way a champion does, not like a victim, not like someone who has already quit, not like a lesser version of yourself. Say it boldly. I must become disciplined because my future depends on it. And once you change your words, you will change your actions. And once your actions change, your entire life will begin to rise in ways you never imagined possible. 14. Admit your mistakes, but never drown in your shame. Use it as fuel instead. One of the truest signs of a disciplined person is this. They admit when they get it wrong, not because they are weak, but because they are strong enough to face their own truth. Most people run from their mistakes. They hide. They lie to themselves. They find someone else to blame. But discipline begins the moment you look yourself in the eye and say, "This was my fault, and I will fix it." It is easy to appear strong by pretending everything is fine. But real strength is saying, "I made a mistake, and I will not stop moving because of it." Your past does not disqualify you from a better future, but refusing to face it, that does. The longer you pretend everything is okay, the longer you stay exactly where you are. But the moment you admit out loud, "I was lazy, I broke my word, I let myself down," something truly remarkable happens. You take your power back. Why? Because you are no longer hiding in the dark. You are stepping into the light. And in the light, growth becomes possible. So own your failures openly. And then say with conviction, "I will not stay in this mistake. I will rise from it." Because the people who keep walking after they fall are the ones who eventually learn to fly. And the people who face their truth with courage are the ones who finally find their freedom. 15. Follow your routine even when you do not feel like it, especially then. Discipline does not reveal its true power when you are excited and energized. It reveals itself when you are drained, frustrated, hollow inside, and completely out of motivation. That is the moment. That is the battlefield. That is precisely where warriors are made. A person without discipline says, "Not today." A person with discipline whispers, "This is hard, but I made a promise to myself." Your routine is your training ground. Every single time you follow it, you are rebuilding your mind piece by piece, like a muscle that grows stronger with every rep under press. Yes, you will grow tired. Yes, there will be moments when you want to stop, but every time you follow your routine in spite of your mood, you are sending a message to the world and to yourself. I am in control of my life, not my laziness, not my weakness. That is how empires are built, not in the shining moments of motivation, but in the quiet moments of discipline when no feeling supports you. Wake up when you said you would. Read what you committed to. Eat what strengthens you. Do the boring thing. Do the hard thing. Do the thing that no one else sees you doing. Because every single day you honor your routine, you are building something that cannot be taken from you. Unshakable self-respect. People want self-love and self-worth and confidence, but they often miss the secret truth. All of it is born inside the routine. So follow yours every single day, because that is exactly where your transformation is waiting. 16. Stop running from your thoughts. Learn to sit in the quiet and listen. In today's world, nearly everyone is addicted to escape. Music, phones, endless scrolling, noise, anything and everything to avoid being alone with their own silence. But discipline requires the exact opposite. You must sit with your own thoughts. You must learn to truly hear your own mind. Because in silence, truth speaks. In silence, you can hear your pain, your patterns, and your excuses. You begin to understand why you give up, why you repeat the same cycles, why you sometimes sabotage your own progress. Most people never grow because they never slow down long enough to truly listen. But when you choose silence, even for just 10 minutes a day, you stop fleeing from your own truth. You begin to observe. You begin to notice. You begin to truly wake up. Yes, it will feel uncomfortable. Your mind will scream at you to check your phone or do something. Anything. But do not. Just sit, breathe, let the discomfort rise. And then something incredible happens. You begin to separate yourself from your own noise. You realize that you are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them. You are the driver. You are the soul. And when you arrive at that level of awareness, discipline becomes significantly easier. Because now you can see the game clearly. Silence is not emptiness. It is filled with every answer you have been searching for. 17. Learn to delay your rewards and become truly dangerous. Here is a secret that very few people ever fully understand. Discipline is the art of waiting, of choosing what comes later over what feels good right now. We exist in a world that demands everything immediately. Fast money, a fast body, instant fame. But disciplined people train their minds to say, not now. I will wait. I will build. I will earn it the slow and proper way. This is the trait of every true master. They do not need instant pleasure to keep going. They are locked in on long-term greatness. You eat junk food and you feel good right now, but you suffer later. You skip your work to relax today, but you pay for it down the road. But when you train yourself to delay the pleasure, something rare and remarkable begins to happen. You become untouchable. While others chase quick highs, you are quietly building something that lasts. While others quit after 1 week, you are still showing up 6 months later. You do not live the way the crowd lives because you are never meant to be ordinary. You are a builder, a silent storm, a calm and focused warrior. Your ability to wait, to endure the discomfort now in exchange for the reward later, that is your superpower. So the next time a shortcut tempts you, remind yourself of this. Greatness does not rush, and neither will you. Delay the reward. Embrace the monotony. Train in the shadows. Because when your time finally arrives, you will be completely unstoppable. 18. Accept that not everyone will understand your journey. Walk it anyway. One of the most painful truths of living a disciplined life is this. Not everyone will celebrate you. Your friends might call you boring. Your family might not understand your routine. People might mock your silence, your seriousness, your willingness to sacrifice. But hear this clearly and deeply. They do not need to understand. You need to stay committed. You are not here to be liked by everyone. You are here to evolve, and evolution is often a lonely road. Discipline is lonely, but it is worth every quiet, unwitnessed moment of it. Let them laugh. Let them question. Let them stay comfortable in their familiar routines. While they do, you are building an entirely new world for yourself. You are rising when no one is watching. You are sacrificing when no one is cheering. And that right there is the difference between ordinary and legendary. You will outgrow some people. You will lose certain connections along the way, but you will gain something that cannot be bought or borrowed. A life that feels aligned, a life that feels honest, a life that genuinely feels like yours. So keep walking, with or without their applause, because the day will come when they look at you and ask how you did it, and you will smile quietly to yourself. Because while they watched from the sidelines, you were walking your path. 19. Protect your energy like it is gold, because it truly is. Most people do not fail because they are lazy. They fail because they pour their energy into the wrong places. They burn their fire on arguments, on trying to prove themselves to others, on trying to please everyone around them, on things that will not matter 5 years from now, not even 5 minutes from now. Every time you say yes to mething meaningless, you are saying no to your future. Every time you scroll without purpose, argue without reason, or gossip without care, you are draining your power, your focus, and your forward momentum. So ask yourself every single day, is this adding value to my life, or is it taking something away? Is this helping me grow, or is it simply keeping me occupied? People who truly succeed do not only manage their time, they manage their focus, their environment, and above all, their energy. They understand that not everyone deserves access to them. Not every message needs a reply. Not every opinion deserves a reaction. Not every invitation deserves a yes, because your energy is your currency. And every day you are either investing it in what builds your future or spending it on what quietly dismantles it. If you want to grow, stop feeding drama, stop engaging with toxic energy, stop pouring fuel into distractions, start guarding your peace like it is the most valuable thing you own. Because the more energy you protect, the more power you will have to create, and creation is at the very heart of discipline. So the next time something calls for your attention, ask yourself honestly, is this worth my fire? Because once your fire is gone, so is your growth, your focus, and everything you have been working to build. Guard it, honor it, live by it. 20. Have faith in yourself, love yourself loudly, and think like a leader. This is the most powerful step of all. The final one, the one that holds every other principle together. Because without this foundation, no habit, no discipline, and no routine will ever truly last. You must believe, with every part of your being, that you are worth the effort, even if no one else believes in you, even if people doubt every move you make, even if you have failed 100 times over. You must be the one voice that's still quietly sad, I believe in myself. Because without that belief, your journey will always feel impossible. You will move 2 steps forward and fall back into shame. You will begin something beautiful and abandon it the moment it becomes difficult. You will make yourself small every time life becomes too loud. But when you begin to love yourself out loud, when you stand in front of the mirror and say, I am not broken, I am becoming when you trade I cannot for I will. When you fill your mind with thoughts like, I am capable, I am healing, I am powerful, that is when the real transformation begins. You become your own light. You stop searching for others to confirm your worth because you finally see it clearly within yourself. Yes, it is hard. Yes, the world will test you in ways that feel unfair. Yes, there will be days when you feel completely alone. But even on those days, look at yourself and say, I may not be where I want to be yet, but I am not who I was yesterday. Your faith in yourself becomes the fuel that keeps you moving. Your love for yourself becomes the armor that protects you. And your thoughts, positive, kind, and strong, they become the bridge between where you are standing now and where you are truly meant to be. So speak life into your own story every single day. Say it and mean it. I am strong. I am focused. I am growing. I am not giving up. Because when your mind believes in you, your heart follows. When your heart believes, your actions rise. And when your actions rise, your entire life begins to transform in ways you once only dreamed of. Self-discipline is not simply about routines and habits. It is about respecting yourself deeply enough to fight for the future you deserve. And now, one final word to you. Yes, you. Right here, right now. This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not someday. Right now, you have spent years waiting for motivation, waiting for summoning, to push you, waiting for life to somehow become easier on its own. But you do not need easy. You need truth. And the truth is this: everything you need is already living inside you. Every step you just read through, every single word, it was written for the fighter within you. For the version of you that wants more, that dreams bigger, that is exhausted from just surviving and is finally ready to live boldly, fully, and freely. This is not just another motivational video. This is a wake-up call. This is a mirror being held up to your face. This is your signal to stop wasting time, stop making yourself small, and stop doubting what you are capable of. You are here for something greater. You were built for more. And if you have the discipline to show up every single day, even when it is dark, even when it is lonely, your life will become unrecognizable. Not only because of the success you will reach, but because of the person you will become along the way. So if this shook something loose inside you, if this opened your eyes even a little, if even one word felt as though it was written just for you, then do not stop here. Subscribe to this channel, not only for the sake of learning English, but for the purpose of becoming the strongest, clearest, and most powerful version of yourself. Because here, we do not just teach language, we teach life. We teach discipline, growth, belief, and the art of becoming completely unbreakable. Your journey begins right now, and we are walking every step of it with you. Start, rise, and never, ever, ever give up. Your future self is already cheering for you from the other side of all that hard work. Do not let them down. Let's go.